Please stand if you're able to for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Back to the Columbus East Media Studios. Happy belated Valentine's Day. And speaking of Valentine's Day, I'm your host, Madison Valentine. And yes, that is actually my real name. Let's get right into these announcements. This week is National School Counseling Week. Our counselors work with students to develop their four-year high school plans, take appropriate and challenging courses, counsel them about career, academic, and life goals, and provide information, support, and assistance for all students. There's no doubt that our counselors are the glue that holds our school together. Thank you to our East counselors, and happy School Counseling Week. Today after school in the Commons area is a call out for women's tennis. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Katie Reekers, Shrutika Kumar, or Coach Matt Malinsky for more information. Join the ARC of Bartholomew County for a night of tasty desserts from local bakeries and businesses, live entertainment, and a silent auction featuring art created by individuals with disabilities. The event will be held this Saturday, February 18th, from 1:30 to 4 at the Commons. In preparation for the in-school SAT, juniors will be completing the SAT pre-administration session on the 16th, 17th, or 21st of February during advisory in room C110. More information can be found on the Class of 2024 It's Learning page. Any student taking an ag class or a veterinary career class next school year and wants to go on the Disney World trip needs to see Mr. Ulrich in room 327 or Mrs. Rogers in room 142. The deadline to sign up is this Saturday, February 18th. More information can be found on Parent Square. Now over to Avalon Henriksen with our 3-day weather forecast.
Today's weather will be sunny with a high of 69 and a low of 51. There is a 79% chance of rain tonight with winds of 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow we have a guaranteed chance of rain in the morning with a 20% chance of thunderstorms in the evening. The high will be 65 and the low will be 27 with consistent 17 miles per hour winds. On Friday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 34 and a low of 21. As the coldest will be all week, so make sure to bring a coat. Winds will be 10 miles per hour.
Thanks for that summary, Avalon. What do you suggest we should wear and bring to school on those cold, windy days?
I would make sure to bring a coat or a jacket with you to keep warmer when you're walking outside.
Are there any other precautions we should take this week?
We should all wake up a little bit earlier, make sure to warm up your cars, and watch out for slick spots on the roads.
Thanks, Avalon. That car warming tip is one that's really helpful. I know that always gets me in the morning. Auditions for the spring play After Juliet will be held next Tuesday through Thursday in the auditorium from 3:30 to 5:30. No experience is necessary to audition. Scripts are available to be checked out from Mrs. Walker in the Performing Arts Resource and must be returned by the end of next week. Actors will do cold readings from the script and potentially a short fight scene, so comfortable clothes are recommended. The Zach Mago Foundation will be hosting heart screenings here at East next Friday, February 24th. Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death among most athletes, and getting a heart screening can help detect undiagnosed heart diseases. A normal screening can cost upwards of $600. However, it will cost only $20 to get your screening done at school. More information can be found on the It's Learning homepage. Indiana's largest FAFSA filing event, College Goal Sunday, will be held on February 26th from 2 to 4 p.m. Experts will be available during the event to help all attendees with filling out their FAFSA. This event is free and will be held at IUPUC. For additional information, visit collegegoalsunday.org. Juniors and seniors are invited to attend the SAFE program, a presentation that talks about student safety during parties and social events, as well as leading conversations on sexual assault. There are separate sessions for male and female students. The girls' session will be on March 2nd and is open to all senior girls at East. The boys' program will be on March 3rd and is open to juniors and seniors. More information can be found on flyers throughout the school. Now over to our very own newsman, Matthew Degner, with the Matthew Minute.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Matthew Minute, where news topics are presented in a brief format. I'm your host, Matthew Degner, and we're starting off discussing Turkey and Syria. 8 days ago, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck South Turkey. Since our last reported death toll of around 4,000 people, the count has risen around 900%, passing 36,000 deaths. Even though the number is still increasing, living victims are being pulled from the rubble. Many nations, including the U.S., have sent rescue teams and other forms of humanitarian aid. More updates on this story in coming episodes. In U.S. news, a 43-year-old gunman killed 3 and wounded 5 in a mass shooting at Michigan State University. As of Tuesday at 8 a.m., no motive or victims have been identified. The FBI has deployed multiple task teams to the scene, and MSU has canceled classes for Tuesday and Wednesday. The suspect initially fled the scene, but died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound after a short pursuit. Our thoughts go out to the students, faculty, and family affected by this tragedy. In Midwest news, a train derailment in Ohio has spilled a large quantity of vinyl chloride, a colorless gas, around East Palestine, Ohio. This gas is a carcinogen, meaning that it can cause cancer in the long term. Even after a controlled burn cleared the air of any potential threats, the ground was still embedded with the vinyl chloride and had to be scraped up. Although the disaster now seems to be fully cleaned, there are no official numbers on the damage already done. In local news, a Shelby County man was involved in a car chase with the Bartholomew County Sheriff's Office. The driver, Benjamin Munn, was pulled over at a traffic stop and detained because of an outstanding warrant for the failure to appear on the charge of unlawful firearm possession by a serious violent felon, stemming from a 2012 voluntary manslaughter conviction in Brown County. Once pulled over, the suspect resisted arrest, leading a chase before accidentally taking a plunge at the Sandy Hook Pond. There, he was arrested and charged with resisting law enforcement, criminal mischief, reckless driving, and the current outstanding Shelby County warrant. That wraps up this week's top stories. Thanks for joining me. Signing off, I'm Matthew Degner, and remember to stay informed.
The American Legion will be hosting girls slow pitch softball at Dunn Stadium from April 4th to July 27th. Sign-ups are open from noon to 5 p.m. on February 25th and 26th, and again on March 4th and March 5th. The cost to join is $40 per player. More information can be found on the Student Square Weekly Update. Calling all boys volleyball players. For those interested, there is a call-up meeting tomorrow at 9:15 in the East Commons area. Painting sessions will be held after school from 3:30 to 4:30 in room 116 on Mondays and Wednesdays through March, and will be free for all students. You can sign up on your It's Learning homepage. The Happiness Club is holding a bake sale during both lunches today through Friday. Items are just $1 and will help to fund club t-shirts, activities, and more. For more information, the Happiness Club meets every Friday in Mrs. Field's room during advisory. Meetings for student government will be held every Wednesday during advisory in the Orange Room. This group is different from student assembly and is focused on giving students opportunities to work alongside administrators. Student government allows students to have more of a say in the development and future of East. If you have any questions, you can contact Mr. Lynott, Henry Ulrich, or Bo Crow. The LGBTQ+ Friends Club will be meeting this Friday during advisory. If you're interested in joining, please see Mr. Davis or Mrs. Romansky. Now over to Drew Cordrea with updates on our Olympian athletes.
Thanks, Madison. We have a big weekend for sports coming up, with swim meets, basketball games, and cheer competitions, and wrestling matches. For swim this past weekend, Gabby Meyer placed 15th at the state level, a strong finish to the girls' swim season. Our boys' swim and dive teams will be competing Thursday and Saturday for sectionals at East Central High School. Our boys' basketball teams will both have games on Friday as well, with JV at 6 and varsity following at Madison Consolidated High School. Go out and support our O's. Last weekend, our game day cheer team competed in nationals and placed 16th across the U.S. And finally, two of our East wrestlers, Tommy Morrill and Jackson Fox, will be heading to state this weekend. If you'd like more information on any of our teams, head to columbuseastathletics.org. That's all for sports. Back to you, Mads.
That's all we have for today. From myself, Drew, Avalon, Matthew, and the rest of East Media, thanks for watching. Remember to take care of yourself, others, and the place. And as always, try to be the best part of someone's day.